Greetings everyone, today I'm going to explain the Celestial Battlegrounds and give you my tips and tricks for it and the things that you can use in order to get more score. The video will be part 1 only. This part 1 is going to discuss the tricks I'm using to help you at least reach top 5 ranks. I promise you that you can reach top 5 ranks. I am not T5 and I have maybe 2 marches only. The 3rd and 4th march is really very weak, but I'm going to explain to you how actually I am playing this event, and the second video will discuss exactly all the buffs that you are not supposed to take and the buffs that you are supposed to take, while explaining to you why with the reasons. Now, before we go and we start this event, let me tell you something about these monsters. They are all Peacekeepers, which means any buff related to Peacekeeper will literally affect them, including the artifacts that has Peacekeeper damage on it. It will work in here. Now, that's the stage 1. What I wanted to show you as a trick, even when you first start your stage, you should equip the artifacts that is Peacekeeper related and has no rage cooldown, and I will explain to you why. For example, if they have no rage cooldown, I can just use them as soon as the battle starts. That's the trick number 1 for you. Which takes us to the trick number 2, which is baking the buff. When you bake the buff, you do not want one of 2 buffs. You don't want an instant damage dealing buffs, and you don't want defense buff for the enemy. The reason this reduces the damage you are going to do with your artifact, and this is going to hurt you more through the whole battle, and keep in mind it stacks with the previous buffs, so I don't recommend taking this. But if you are going to kill the enemy fast, think about it. Taking an enemy unit, a skill damage is much better, because he will most likely cast any skill, maybe 1 or 2 at max, but it is way much better than having the enemy with the 120% attack, which again is going to buff the skill damage too. So anyway, that's the first trick I wanted to give you, which means we are going to make intensity much better. Now you see, if you don't move, they are going to move literally after 4 seconds. But here's the thing, if you don't like the set of creeps that you are fighting, you can just click save and quit and join back in, and there is a chance it's going to refresh into something else. The point is you will have different sets. Why different sets? Because it allows you to kill the monsters faster. Once you kill the monster faster, of course you will get more score. Like, see, now they are only 3. Now I will use my artifacts for each of them and will end the battle like literally very fast. That's it, it's done. 15 seconds. If you don't like this, you have to abandon, but keep in mind you have to quit and save before the start of the battle. If you don't do that, you will already be registered as this score. So the time spent is actually what matters most. Score, you are getting it, but the time spent is really critical. The less time you spend, the more score you are going to get. Now let's go for another important trick, which is, of course, you are going to pick heal here, because we are like literally attacking a target by target. You should definitely ignore the yellow buffs, which I'm going to explain in my second video. But for now, let's talk about the second trick. The second trick is, as you can see, there is cooldowns. There are cooldowns in my artifacts, but I want to use them now. So what I'm going to do is I click save and quit and play the events back again. Other than waiting the artifacts to recharge, I just click continue, and I will have again my full artifacts ready, my score ready, and again you can check the current score on the top. That's the current score which I have. Again, if I want to change this set or something, look, I can literally use my whole artifact and just clear the enemy as soon as possible. They are all dead. Like for example this one, I don't like the score. I just see I did not manage to click it at time. But if you don't like the score, you just click pause and just try to leave as much as possible. Of course, I'm going to explain the buffs in a different video, but I hope these tricks actually did help you win or at least score much better than usual. that's it, guys, and have a wonderful day. Please wait for the second buff, which is going to discuss all of these buffs and which one you are supposed to keep and which one you are supposed to take.
We're no strangers to love. You know the